Aisha, and let me tell you, I am amazing at football. Like, I was playing last weekend, and I scored 1,000 goals. Here's my secret. It's by eating healthy food. It gives me my football superpowers. So it's good for my heart, and my bones, and my brain. And that's going to be really important to the start of my journey. Winning the World Cup, the Champions League, the Ballon d'Or, the Euros.
Hello, good afternoon from Geneva. Good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Ask WHO Social Media Live Q&A session. My name is Yanawit Deshpanyawat. I work in the Department of Communications at WHO headquarters. This month, if you are into sports, later in November, there will be some mega sporting events happening, including the FIFA World Cup. Given the opportunity, our live conversation today will be all about nutrition, sports, and health. As we go along, you will find out how a healthy diet can positively contribute to the health and well-being of all people. And also the collaboration between WHO, the Ministry of Health of Qatar, FIFA organization, in championing healthy food environments at mega sports events. And it is my great pleasure to have with us today Dr. Luz de Regil, WHO Director for Multisectoral Actions in Food Systems. Next is Dr. Roberto Bertolini, Advisor to the Qatar's Minister of Public Health. And last but not least, Jerome Matteucci, Head of Marketing Rights Delivery from FIFA World Cup Division. Welcome, everyone. And to kick off our conversation today, Dr. Luz, perhaps you could do the honor for us and tell our viewers about what is the link between nutrition, health, and sport in a nutshell.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Well, probably as you know, a healthy diet should be part of a healthy lifestyle. A healthy diet that includes a variety of different food groups can improve sports performance, can help with many other short-term and long-term benefits. I want to highlight that it doesn't matter if you are not a professional athlete or you just do sports to increase your physical activity or mental health or just to have fun. A healthy diet will have benefits throughout the entire life. And also, I mean, as we are talking about the FIFA World Cup, sport events, from recreational sports to mega sport events, are also a natural place to model and promote healthy eating as part of a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you, Dr. Luz. I think now I'm pretty sure that our viewers might be wondering, for people or kids or children who practice sports regularly, what are the key benefits of a healthy diet?
I mean, you just saw the video, right? You can see the benefits for kids. A balanced diet or a healthy diet can help with growth, with development, in general to the well-being of people, adults and kids. A healthy diet has benefits, as I was mentioning before, throughout all life stages. If you are a kid, as I was mentioning, you will have benefits in terms of growth, your brain, school performance, etc. But also, if you are an adult and have a healthy diet, you will have a lower risk of having non-communicable diseases like hypertension or diabetes that unfortunately we know many people that have those conditions. So a healthy diet can help us prevent them.
Thank you very much for a very clear explanation, Dr. Luz. Before I get back to you and Jerome and Dr. Roberto, with some more questions, I would like to welcome our amazing Facebook fans and viewers who are joining us from all corners of the world as usual. Today's topic is about nutrition, sports, and health, and how countries and organizations can help promote healthy food environments at mega sports events. To ask your question, you all know how to do. Simply leave your question in the comment section. We have a whole team working behind the scene to create questions for us. All right, as we mentioned earlier, sporting venues and institutions can be powerful for promoting healthy lifestyles. For this upcoming FIFA World Cup event, Dr. Roberto, how does Qatar prepare to support and encourage people to practice and enjoy a healthy diet during the event, whether at home or at the stadium?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the question. I mean, as you said, I mean, this is a major sport event. We are expecting about 1.5 million people, even more perhaps. And this is a great opportunity to translate the messages that are usually done, through media, through discussions in the newspapers, in the magazines, in social media, in some action, in some concrete action. So what we are doing here in the Sport and Health project, which we are carrying out together with WHO and FIFA, is trying to use this opportunity to encourage healthy behavior, to make the healthy choices easier. And with respect to nutrition, in particular, with the help of WHO and support also from FIFA, we have managed to introduce into the menu that are actually available to the people who are going to the stadium, or also in the fan zones, which are being organized to entertain the people during the many days of the World Cup, to have opportunities for them to choose some healthy foods instead of the usual, things that you find in these occasions, like, very unhealthy hamburgers or hot dogs or something like that. So we have done, this in collaboration with the other institutions. And I believe this is, if not the first time, is one of the first times that this has actually happened to such a large scale. And we expect that this experience will actually change, or at least contribute to change the habits of the people, or some of the people coming here. In addition to that, there will be some messages also launched in the media through the collaboration with other institutions which are involved, in this event. And so we strongly believe that we don't want to lose this opportunity, and the lessons we will be learning on the basis of this experience will be shared with other countries which are organizing mega sport events in the future, Olympic Games or other World Cups, or World Cups of different population groups, like the Women World Cup or the World Cup for the young people, that will be able to introduce this as a sort of normal, practice, rather than an exceptional practice as the one that we are seeing today and in the next few weeks here in Qatar.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roberto. That's a very nice initiative. What about FIFA World Cup division, Jerome? What is FIFA's role in supporting the healthy food environment at the World Cup event in Qatar, or in general?
Well, first of all, thank you for the question. First of all, it's very important to say that FIFA is collaborating, supporting whatever the WHO is doing with regards to healthy food, of course, and sports, because they go side by side. FIFA's role as such is also to communicate via various campaigns that the importance of a healthy diet in daily life, and that's what we're doing. With, for example, the Be Active campaign that we're running for the FIFA World Cup 22 in Qatar. It is also important for us. FIFA has an important place to encourage, also to improve habits, as mentioned by Dr. Roberto and Luz. Because people are watching matches not only in the stadiums but also from home, and that's something that can be also improved with the proper communication, especially with kids and with adolescents.
Thank you very much.
With regards to what we're doing specifically in the stadiums, what we're doing is again collaborating with WHO, making sure that we have enough healthy options to offer to the spectators, and we're also providing a better place, a more prominent place for those elements and those items that can be purchased in the stadium. For example, we're actually selling fataya with spinach, the veggie roll with also water, and the crudité with hummus, which is very well accepted and requested from a spectator perspective. And all these items are actually the cheapest on the menu, so which is something that actually can help as well, nudging the sales and also the consumption of those healthy food elements.
Thank you very much, Jerome. And I agree, the healthiest option should be the easiest option. But before I take the first question from the audience, Dr. Luz, anything you would like to compliment from the WHO point of view on the effort to make events healthier?
I think that my colleagues have expressed the spirit of this collaboration is to increase the options that consumers have at the World Cup. Many of you may remember that a couple of years there was a tweet that was very popular when someone was eating vegetables and people were saying, well, that person is eating carrots and I don't remember, celery probably. And it was almost like a joke. However, we see that consumers now are demanding a healthier food. And now, I mean, with the food options that Jerome just described, it's going to be possible and actually healthy and actually good looking to see that people can eat vegetables, rolls, tasty as well. It's not only, we frequently think that healthy food is not tasty. No, it's not the case. In this case, we want different types of option, vegetable crudités with hummus, for example, a very local food. Also vegetable rolls, fatayers with the spinach, etc. So our intention here is to increase the healthier offer. Of course, there are many options and people can select what they want, but at least in this World Cup, people will see more options.
Thank you, Dr. Luz. All right, I saw some nice question coming in now, seeing the first one here. It's about the event. The question is, I saw every time they sell a lot of processed food, snacks, and sodas during big events like concert and sporting events. How are we going to change that? I'll give this question to you, maybe Dr. Roberto. How does this collaboration with WHO will set a healthy example for future major sporting events?
Yeah, I mean, I think the question is quite relevant because, you know, on one hand, we have what we are doing is trying to change the demand. I mean, change the offer and the demand, because, you know, until we have you know, some only a certain type of food which are being offered, and you know, it seems natural that you go on that way. So we are changing now the offer. We are introducing a different choice, a different opportunity, and the expectation is that this will also will favor in the future and also during this event a different type of demand. So people will probably like it. We hope they will like it. They will buy more, and this will create a circle that will produce hopefully good benefits for now and for this event, but also for future events. So we are actually breaking a vicious circle which has been going on for a long time. So I think, you know, sometimes we don't really appreciate the importance of changing the context within which certain choices are made. For instance, Jerome was mentioning that we are actually putting these choices, the healthy choices, as first in the list of options. The prices are lower. So these are also other ways that we are trying to introducing to try to change the behavior of people and to invite them to make these choices. So I think this is a very important aspect of this project, and we will capitalize on it. And hopefully the lessons we will learn will be used for improving it in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Roberto. Jerome, anything to add from your side, from FIFAR?
Well, I think Roberto summarized it very well and explained it very well. But habits are very difficult of the demand are very difficult to change. So, as he mentioned, the offer, you need somebody going to the stadium needs to have the option to choose from one to the other, because everyone knows that sometimes people are more reluctant to change their habit in terms of food consumption. Also, we shouldn't forget that a stadium is very much different from a home or from a restaurant, where you don't have as much time, first of all, to serve food, and also to provide, you know, the right platform actually for the spectators to eat. So it's usually what we are aiming at is really to have the highest spectator satisfaction as such. And what the spectators go for primarily in the stadium is to watch the games, and we would like to make sure that they can do it in a healthy way if they want to grab something to eat. Again, there's a lot of constraints and limits, but we are doing our best really to implement and to include as many options as possible.
Thank you very much, Jerome. Um, we have one more interesting questions from one of our viewers. One of our viewers asking, are there any nutritional labeling on the food on sale at the venues? And did you guys work with a nutritionist when the team came up with these healthy options to be sold at the venues? So maybe I give this back to Dr. Luz, please.
Sure. All the foods are packaged and they have a nutritional a label with nutritional facts. In order to assess the food options and say that they were healthier, we use the WHO nutritional profile, which is a series of criteria in terms of the content of foods per category. Just to explain briefly, is basically we make sure that foods are not too high in energy and calories, that they don't have too much salt, or that they don't have much sugar or unhealthy fats. So once we see the profile of that food, we can say this food is healthier than other options because it has lower content of unhealthy ingredients. But everything is transparent, and you will be able to see it if you are at the World Cup.
Thank you very much, Dr. Luz. I saw some viewers sending in their thoughts. Scott Mullins, he said, "We are what we eat. A healthy body promotes a healthy mind." I agree with that completely. And thank you very much again, Dr. Luz, for your answer. Let's get back to you a little bit, Dr. Roberto. As a member state, what would be the benefits when the people in the country have access to healthier diets and healthier food environments?
The benefits are really remarkable. I mean, this country in particular, there is a large proportion of children which are obese, and also there are other, metabolic problems like diabetes. So, and many of these problems can be prevented and treated with the proper nutrition. So, healthy nutrition is a fundamental pillar for preventing the major diseases before they occur and after they have occurred, to reduce the incidence and occurrence of side effects or complications or more severe disabilities. So that's a very, very important part. But of course, you need to do this in a way which has a long-term impact. So we, sometimes, of course, you have to use the leverages of many different instruments, going from the price to the advertisement, to the availability, to the taste. I mean, I think Luz said before some very important thing. I mean, this healthy food must be tasty. I mean, some people have the idea that when you eat an healthy food, it's such a boring thing, and that you rather take a nice hamburger with a lot of cheese and other sauces there. While, I mean, of course, without demonizing the hamburger or other food, I mean, we need to make the healthy choices, let's say, more tasty, more available, and to have long-term changes in the diet of people to address these health problems that I mentioned. So for a country, it's very, very important because this means a healthier population and also, a substantial saving in the healthcare cost.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roberto. I agree. I love tasty foods as well. All right. Just a reminder for all of you who just joined us today, our program is on nutrition, health, and sports, and how a country or an organization can create healthy environments around mega sporting events. We have a panel of experts to answer your questions today, so you can send over your question or anything you wanted to share with us in the comment section. Before we take a couple more questions, Dr. Luz, you may have mentioned this maybe here and there at the beginning, but I think it would be lovely to tell our viewers again and those who just joined us about what is a healthy diet for adults and for children. Is there any difference between a good recipe for healthy diet for adults and children? And I know WHO has some 5 keys to a healthy diet published on the website. Maybe you could tell us a bit more about that too.
So a healthy diet is the one that meets first our energy requirements and our nutritional requirements in different life stages. Maybe just to be very more specific, I would say that a healthy diet is the one that includes foods from a variety of food groups, then eat in sufficient amounts, and also limits the content of added sugars, the amount of salt, the amount of unhealthy fats like trans fatty acids. That's a very brief definition of healthy diet. But I wanted to say that you were alluding to the 5 keys for a healthy diet. A healthy diet starts breastfeeding. With breastfeeding, WHO recommends that all children are breastfed at least exclusively during the first 6 months of life, and then up to the when other foods are introduced, up to the 2 years of life. So a healthy diet starts with breastfeeding. Then it continues with a variety of groups that I was mentioning, then by reducing unhealthy ingredients. And then, of course, we need to ensure that this is properly cooked. I want to, we're talking about the healthy side, but I want to make sure that we always ensure that a diet is also safe, that we use good hygienic practices to prepare food, so we ensure that it's also safe and healthy. And I would say that the only thing that I will add, but we usually hear about it, is we need to eat a lot of vegetables and fruits. They provide vitamins, minerals, fiber, and many that can help us have a healthier life in general, more health. So yeah, I will pass it to you. But I will just say that you mentioned that WHO has these 5 keys for a healthy diet on our website, so you can go and download them and use them. You can post it on your kitchen for your day-to-day life, but also if you are a sport organizer, you can start by ensuring that your food offer has those ingredients.
Thank you very much, Dr. Luz, for a very clear explanation. We will post a link in the comment section very shortly. So here are quite a few questions coming in now in our DMs. This question is quite interesting. You mentioned about people who will be watching the FIFA World Cup event at home. Perhaps, Dr. Roberto, could you perhaps tell us or tell the viewer about the healthy food choices that they could have watching the FIFA World Cup event at home?
Well, what we are trying to do with when watching the video is trying, with collaboration with FIFA, to make sure that in some of the messages or the spots that will be coming during the events, during the games, that will be mentioning to the healthy food and the healthy food choices. So that's the way in which we can reach a larger audience. This is one actually of the scopes of this project. To be able to reach a larger audience through health messages and the collaboration with FIFA and WHO. Of course, then the individual choice is the last, is the final one. And of course, we hope that these messages will be convincing. We also don't want to be too boring and to repeat the things too many times. So we hope to find a way to attract the interest in some key moments. In addition to that, we are organizing a number of other things like this question and answer session, other type of meetings through social media, messages through all the different tools that we have available now, to try to reach those who are not going to come here, but are going to be watching the games. And it will be very important and interesting to measure whether we have achieved something through these tools. But this is a very big challenge. It's a very, very big challenge. And we are trying to measure, how many people are going to read our tweets. How many population we will actually reach through this mechanism and to measure them. But of course, it will be very difficult to know how much we have achieved our task and our target in the real people. So it's a sort of, first attempt to reach out more than the people attending the game. But we are very confident that this is going to be changing the atmosphere, changing the approach.
Thank you very much. Jerome, anything to add from FIFA?
Well, from our side, yes, the FIFA World Cup is a magnificent, it's a great platform actually to provide those kind of messages. We have more than 5 billion viewers watching the FIFA World Cup usually. I don't know how many this year, probably more, but to be confirmed. Again, this is something that it's very key to FIFA, to collaborate with WHO to implement that type of communication. We cannot change everything, but we want to start at least to provide some guidance and actually to raise the awareness of this important topic for everyone, not only for sports professionals, but also for anybody, for us, for kids, also for adults. So yes, it's a very important point. It's a very important campaign that we are doing together with we are supporting WHO on, and hopefully this will actually get some results and also continue in the future as much as we can.
Thank you very much, Jerome. I think we covered pretty much some of the most important questions, and we kind of like running out of time now. Before we close our Q&A session today, perhaps I will go to you one by one with the last question of the day. So let's go to Dr. Roberto first. Any remarks or anything you would like to share with our viewers in terms of the partnership and collaboration with WHO and FIFA during the FIFA World Cup event and beyond? Dr. Roberto, you are muted.
Yes, sorry. I think this is a great opportunity that we have to merge these three different sectors: WHO, the Qatar government and the country, and the FIFA, to have a common objective to improve the health and well-being of the population and also the planet. Because, as you know, the consumption of meat is one of the most important factors associated to climate change and to greenhouse gas emissions. So we hope that we want to use all the opportunities in an innovative way to reach out people and to convince them that changing these habits will be good for them first and will be good for the planet as well. So, and we are very confident that this project will be the beginning of a series of activities in all the other sports events which are going to happen in the next few years.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roberto. Jerome, what about FIFA? Anything you wanted to say with the viewers and football fans who will be going to join the event this year?
Well, first of all, enjoy the matches, because these are going to be great matches. With 4 matches a day for the group stage, there's a lot of football to be seen and to be watched. But enjoy it responsibly in a way that we all love, all football lovers, me included, need to also think about also trying to be better in the health prevention as such. So let's do it well all together.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, Dr. Luz, what is WHO currently working on to improve people's health in terms of healthy food, healthy diet, nutrition, and sports? Any exciting projects in the near future?
So I will just say that I'm a huge soccer fan, so I'm really looking forward to the next World Cup. I'm really glad that we managed to ensure that fans have healthier food options. That was important for us. WHO will use a lot of the learnings from this collaboration, but also from other projects, to produce guidance for sport organizers. So it's not only about these mega sport events. Many of these learnings can be used as we move forward by other sports events organizers at different scales. So we hope that really this can generate a movement, a positive movement, that and this is just showing that we can change the practice and the norms. And then the norm in the future should be that there is no surprise if someone is eating vegetables or carrots there, or a healthy a vegetarian option, for example, or a healthier option. So really, WHO will continue to work with different member states, with different organizations, to make sure that there is a healthier food environment, that and the food is promoted, healthier food is promoted, and that is accessible to foods, that there are, of course, regulations for different, to ensure that there is a healthier food offer.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hu. That's a very good bite to end on. All right, if you want to learn more about WHO's key areas of work and activities in health and nutrition, as well as the Sport and for Health initiative with the Ministry of Health of Qatar and FIFA World Cup. Please visit our website, www.who.int. Thank you everyone for tuning in from all over the world. Thank you for sending in questions and sending in your thoughts. And big thanks to Dr. Luz, Dr. Roberto, and Jerome for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to have you here with us. And last but not least, there will be a technical webinar right after this Q&A session at 3 p.m. Central European Time. If you're interested to know more about the Sport for Health partnership in more detail, you can join them later at the link that we are going to put it in the comment section later. Thank you again, everyone.